Alright guys, welcome to the final part of the Django Amazon Price Tracker project. In this one we will begin by implementing the delete functionality so that we can get rid of the items that we no longer want to track or no longer need to track, okay? Then we are going to jump into the update button, and over here we are going to apply the updates for our items. So once we press this update button, all the items that we are tracking will get updated. And finally, we will take a look at the price difference itself. So over here, it would be nice to have some kind of a visual hint on should we buy the item or not. So for example, if the price went down like over here, maybe this should be in green. So this should be a suggestion for us that we should consider buying this particular item. And then if the price remained the same, maybe this should be in blue. And if the price went up, maybe this should be in red. Okay, so it would tell us, no, this isn't the right time to buy this item. Let's wait. So once we have this, we will also take a look at some styling issues like over here. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so the most important thing to know right now is that this solution is working. I played around with it a couple of days ago, and right now we just have to make it more optimal. So I think we can actually begin with this styling issue right over here. This text should be on the right, so this is quite easy to do. For some reason, this text right didn't work, and what I'm going to do is to put in style, and over here I'm just going to put in text align right. Okay, this should do the trick. And actually here we can delete this text left. It's default text left, and let's actually save this and see what happens. Okay, this is the result that I wanted to achieve from the beginning. And as the next step, let's add a delete button. So maybe let's add it somewhere over here or maybe below the text. So once we press on it, we will be taken to another page in order to confirm our decision. All right, so let's jump into Visual Studio Code and let's go to div class cart header. So this is this section over here, and let's add a red button. So below the item name, let's put in button with a class equal to, and here I'm going to put in btn and then btn danger. So this is going to be a red button, and here I'm just going to put in delete and close off the button. I'm also going to wrap it up. So I'm going to wrap it with a tag, href, and this is going to be empty for now because we will return to this later once we have our view created, our delete view created, and once this delete view will be registered in the URLs py. So once we have this, we will jump back and fill this out. All right, so I'm going to save this, hit refresh, and here is our button. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm just going to jump into the views py file. Over here we are going to create a delete view, and I think the easiest way we can do it is with the use of class-based view. So we are going to bring in delete view from Django views generic. Okay, and let's create this delete view. So let's create a class and let's call it link delete and view, which will inherit from the delete view that we imported just a second ago. I'm going to specify that the model is link, and then the template name is going to be links. So we are going to put it next to our main HTML, and I'm going to call it confirm delete or confirm del even. Okay, and finally let's put in success URL, and here we need to use not reverse but reverse lazy since we are in a class and we are defining success URL directly in the class. So let's jump to the top, and here from Django URLs, we want to import reverse lazy, okay? And this reverse lazy, we want to put in our home view, okay? So once we delete a particular item, we want to be taken to the home view. So I'm just going to jump very quickly into the URLs PY, and here we have home view. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to put it in the reverse lazy. All right, so I'm going to save this, and as the next step, we are going to register this view in the URLs PY file, and then we are going to create the template. So let's jump into URLs, and over here, first thing we need to do is to bring in this link delete view. So let's do it very quickly, and then let's create a new path, and here I'm just going to put in delete, and then we need to also put in the primary key so we know what item we want to delete, what link we want to delete, and then link delete view as view, and the name is going to be delete view, or let's do it delete, and let's do this home, like this. So I'm just going to change this over here, and we can actually create our template. So what we need to do is to create confirm del HTML, okay? And as the next step, we need to inherit from base HTML. So let's put extends base HTML. Let's open up our block content. And over here, we will put in a form with a method equals to post, and action set to blank. Let's close off the form. Inside, let's pass in the CSRF token since we are dealing with a post request. And let's add a paragraph. Are you sure you want to delete the link? And then we are going to put in object, and we are going to refer to the name field, all right? And let's add a question mark at the end. Let's close up the paragraph, and let's also have a button with a class equal to, and this is going to btn, maybe let's do it as blue. So we will have a blue button, and here we will put in yes. And let's close up the button, and this button has to be the type of submit. All right, so right now we can save this, and we can return to our main HTML. So over here, what we need to do is to fill this href out. So what I'm going to do is to pass in URL, and then I'm going to refer to the delete, the name that we set for our view in the URLs PY. And I'm also going to pass in the item primary key. So I'm going to save this, and one more time, let's take a look at the URLs PY. Here we have the name delete. We are expecting a primary key. So this is exactly what I'm doing in the not confirmed delete, but in the main HTML. I'm indicating the delete view, and I'm in a loop so I can grab the primary key of a particular item. All right, so let's see if this is working. Did I save this? Yes, I did. So I'm going to hit refresh. Let's press maybe on this one, delete. Are you sure you want to delete? And this is a very long name. And then I'm going to press yes. And I think it's gone, but we have another controller charger over here. So I'm going to delete this one as well. And I'm going to press yes. And as you can see right now, we have only 2 items. So this is actually working. Perfect. So as the next step, we can take care of the update view. So the button is already created over here, and what we can actually do is to wrap it up with a href. So let's do it very quickly. Href, and for now I'm going to leave it blank because of the same situation that was with the delete button. We need to create this update view, register it in the URLs py, set a name, and then come back and fill it out. So let's leave it like this, and let's jump into the views py file. So below the class we are going to create another view, and this is going to be this time a function view. I'm just going to call it update prices, and I'm going to pass in a request, and I'm going to set a query set link objects all, and then we can do a for loop for each link that is in the query set. We can actually save this link. So saving this link will execute the save method that we overridden. Okay, so all the logic will be applied every time we save a particular object, and this is exactly what we are doing in the update prices. We are taking all the links that we have, all the items that we are tracking, we are looping through them, and we are saving each one of them. And then we just need to return redirect, and here we need to bring in redirect, and we want to be redirected to home. Okay, so right now what we can do is to jump into the URLs py file, and let's bring up update prices. Maybe I'll bring it over here before the link delete view. Update prices, perfect. And here we will have a path update prices, and the name let's set to update prices. All right, so I'm going to copy this update prices, and I'm going to go back to main HTML, and I'm going to fill out the href right now. I'm going to save this, refresh, and it seems that we have an error. So let's go to the URLs py file again, and I forgot about a comma, and I'll add a comma over here as well. So let's hit refresh, and there it is. So let's try to update the prices, and it didn't work. So request URL update prices, and here we have update, and the name is update prices. Okay, so let's go to main HTML, and over here I made a silly mistake. Here I should put in URL and then update prices. Sorry about this, guys. All right, so let's try this again. Update, and this time is working. We see the spinner over here. The prices are being updated. Okay, and as you can see right now, the current price is 427. It actually went up. Okay, the old price was 408.99, and we have over $18 difference. And right now we should see this in red color for us even not to look at this particular item because the price went up. Okay, and in terms of FIFA, it actually went down, so it's cheaper, and it's right now $39.95. Okay, so as the next step, let's do some colorizing. So we need to colorize the price difference, and in order to do this we will be using template tags, custom template tags. So what we are going to do is to jump into our links application, and here I'm going to create a new folder called template tags. I'm going to put inside the init.py file, And I'm going to name our template tag Colorize. So this is why I'm going to name it Colorize py. All right. So in Colorize py, what we are going to do is to create a function that we will name Colorize, and this will take in a value. And the value will be price difference in this case. All right. So we can create a variable called mark, and this is going to be the first element of the price difference. So I'm going to put in str val, and I'm going to grab the first element. To be more precise, we are talking about the first position of the price difference. Not the old price, but the price difference. So if we have minus, we are grabbing the minus. If we have 4, we are grabbing 4. If we would have 0, we would grab 0. All right? So this is mark, the first element in the price difference, the first character in the price difference. Then we can ask if mark is equal to minus. In this case, let's create a variable called HTML string, and let's assign to it an f string where we are going to put in a span with a style equal to, and here we are going to put in, now I have to use single quotes, color, and the color will be green, because in this case we know that we have a minus. That means that the price went down. Okay, and let's put in the value, and let's close up the span, and this is the first case scenario. Let's take into account a scenario, here I should use double quotes. Okay, let's also take into account a scenario where the mark is equal to 0. In this case, we want to have the HTML string, and we want to have it maybe in a blue color. So nothing changed, all right? And in other case, we would like to have this HTML string in red color. So basically, if we have 0 over here, if we have minus over here, that means that this has to be 1, 2, 3, and so on. So in this case, the price went up, so this is why we want to see it in a red color. And then let's return, and we need to mark this HTML string as safe. So let's import mark safe from Django utils, and then save string, import mark safe, and let's use mark safe, and let's pass in the HTML string over here. Okay, but we also need to register this colorize filter. So at the top, I'm going to import from Django. We want to import template, and let's put down register is equal to template.library, and below let's put in register filter. And right now we will be able to use this colorize in our main HTML, so we can actually jump to our main HTML, and before we actually do something in the price difference, we need to load colorize. So at the top, maybe below the crispy forms, or I'm just going to copy crispy forms, and I'm going to paste it below and change load crispy forms tags into colorize. Okay, so having this, we can actually go down and we can implement this filter on the price difference. So I'm going to put in colorize over here. All right, so let's save this. Let's hit refresh. And colorize is not a registered tag library, but we did register it. So what seems wrong? Template library, we imported template, register filter, everything seems to be fine. I'm going to quit the server from running. Python manage py run server. So I'm going to restart it, and I'm going to refresh, and there it is. Okay, so refreshing the server did the trick, and over here we have green, and over here we have red. So we can add some items. I'm going to bring in maybe cyberpunk. I'm addicted to this game. I only play at nights because if I play during the day, my day is over basically. So I'm going to add cyberpunk. Let's press save. And cyberpunk is over here, and the difference is 0, so it's in a blue color. Alright guys, so I think we can finish off over here. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. The source code will be on my blog. I'll place the link in the description. Hope you guys have a great day and see you soon. Take care and bye bye.